Morning. If you want to see how we made this combination workbench, tool rest, toolbox, low workbench, all rolled into one, then stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Well, welcome to another Memphis Monday. A couple of admin things. First of all, I'm going to try to film this using the built-in mic on the camera. I'm not going to use the boom mic or the Wi-Fi mic, and I'm going to see how that goes, so I need to know how it sounds to you. Second little admin detail, I'm going to try to use that feature on YouTube called Cards. And if you see a little icon up in the upper right hand corner, it's circular with a little exclamation point in it. Click on that and there'll be some information or a question or something like that if you feel inclined. But that's what that little exclamation point is. Well, today, I think this is Memphis Monday 46 or 47, and we're going to build a small workbench with 3 drawers in it. And so that's going to be a pretty fun project. I'm going to skip over the cabinet building and go right to the drawers, I think, but because we've seen a lot of cabinet building. But the drawers are going to be, we're going to try to put dovetails in the drawers, if I can remember how to do it. They're going to be hand cut dovetails, so that ought to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's knock off the chatter, get to work. Here's the case for our new short workbench. Of course, it'll have wheels on it. I'm not showing building the case because we've already built 5 of these, and so I thought we'd concentrate on just the drawers, and because we're going to be using hand-cut dovetails, and so I want to be able to spend a little bit of time on that. Okay, next thing we've got to do is position the 3 sets of drawer slides. So let's get on that. Here are the boards that I'm going to be making the boxes out of. I've already we're using clear pine instead of plywood, since we're going to be making dovetails, and it's been planed down to a 1/2 inch. All the way around the outside you can see a dado that is put in place to receive the back. Okay, the first operation, let's start on the dovetails, will be the tails. We'll start with this corner right here. First thing I'm doing is putting a score mark in the boards that is the width of the stock I'm using. Okay, here I'm laying out the tails. I want 3. I'll put 1 right in the center. Give me some consistency in terms of my lines, the angles. Next operation is to take the straight edge and transfer my little lines to the top up here. And again, I'll put X's here to remind myself that that's what I'm cutting out. This is where that scored line comes in, because you can put your chisel right down on that line. These are the tails. Okay, to help you visualize what we're doing here. Here's the tail board, and it's going to go right up next to this side piece here, and the pins will be coming through here. Okay, so let me put this down on the vise and show you how we're going to do that. Pull this pin here. Now I know that these two boards will be in this orientation, so I just keep them together like this so I don't mess it up. Bring them around over here, put it in the vise. Okay, this is my tail board, and this is my pin board. So I lay my tail board right on top of this one. If you're 30 and you got real good eyes, use a knife or something like that to mark these, but I have trouble seeing a knife. So I mark using a pencil. Okay, one thing I'm doing on these X's, I'm putting my cut on the inside of the line, and I'll show you why in just about 30 seconds. Okay, here you can see where I've actually cut. Here's what I'm going to be taking out, and I've cut inside the line in both cases. Put that in the groove. Do a little relief cut. Now you remember I showed you those pins and I'd cut inside the line. And now I'm going to show you why I did that. Let's take my happy file and now just walk it into the line. And there's our first set of dovetails. Let me finish the glue up, and we'll put the bottom on it. Then the back slides right into that dado. No glue, but this back edge here is cut just below the dado. So we put a couple of nails in there. Actually, these are half-inch narrow crown staples. Okay, I put a little stain on the box. You usually see dovetails better when you put some stain on them, because the stain goes into the end grain. That's joint number 3. This is joint number 1. Or joint number 2. There's the 2 right there. Oh, here's the last of the drawers. All right, let's start thinking about the drawer fronts. So that I don't have to worry about any original thinking, I think I'm just going to copy these doors we put on this this tool chest, and the little cabinet will be the little brother to this thing. we'll put the same handles on it too. These doors are a little bit wider than the narrower doors there on the prototype, so no big deal. I got some oak trim I'm going to put on these doors, and I think it'll give it a similar look. But here's how I get all the spacing right. You know, I've done all the calculations. I've done all the calculations beforehand, but I get the correct spacers that I figured in my calculations. This would be the first drawer. Now remember, those two brads I just put in there are temporary, and I put them in right by these holes so the hardware will cover up those brad holes. Okay, next I got another spacer. This is a 1 centimeter spacer. Next drawer goes in there. Okay, now I can take the spacers out, and my drawers are in place. Now pull the drawers out. I can attach them with real screws. Since this is going to be the little brother of my toolbox over there, I am staining it the same color. Looks like we didn't lose much putting that trim on there. So Memphis, are you going to put wheels on it too? Jolly Joker. Well, that'll about do it for another Memphis Monday. Sorry we built another cabinet and more drawers and all that stuff, but I really needed this short workbench here, and I made it a twin of its big brother here. Broke it up a little bit with, put some dovetail joints in the drawers, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So tweet and Facebook and comment and all that stuff. Most important, be back next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for watching.